What's up? Once again, I can't see what everyone is saying, so I'll put this up here for now. Hey Duncan, how's it going? Did this? Let's just see if this worked. Oh yeah, it did. Well, this is at least going, right? All right. So this is what I'm going to try to do today. I'm going to follow this tutorial and try to build this little thing. There's a new Twitter UI. Really? So this is the little quotes app that Yemi Webby built, and yeah, we'll see if I can get this working. So why don't we just get started here? I'm going to move this up here so I can see what I'm doing. So this is what we're building, and yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can make it work. First, actually, let's go into here, and let's see if this works. Expect there to be lots of things that don't work. This is the first time I've touched Laravel in a while, and really the first time I've done a tutorial. I'm already ignoring these instructions here. Where is this? I'm going to ignore this bit. And we'll see how far I get. But yeah, if you're in the chat, just say hi. Let's remove some of this stuff. All right. Whoa. Thanks, Dante Nitz. Okay, so that part worked, I think. It's always funny to like go through all this stuff and not be able to see errors super great. Can you like do text wrapping on this? Probably not, hey? Anyway, all that looked like it worked, so let's go to the next step. Now change the directory. All right. So what's this called again? cd backend quote app. We're there. Maybe I can arrange my windows so they make more sense here. Right. And now start the server, right? Serve. Nice. When I finish, it's supposed to look like this. Just like a way to create quotes. Seth Godin. All right, so yeah, hopefully that helps. So let's go back here. Magnet. What is that? Magnet. Oh. Yeah, this looks good. Should I get it now? All right, so let's open this. Oh, gotta do some system stuff. Privacy, accessibility. And where is it? There it is. Cool. So how do I make this work? Left, right, maximize, center. Is there a way to like just get this? What does this do? Okay. Is there a shortcut for just making it all for just doing everything? This is a third. And then right third. But I actually want I might have to play around with this at a different time. Right third, top right. You can customize the shortcuts. All right, well, for now, I'm just gonna put that there. Okay, so started the server, and now we should be able to see it, right? How do we do that again? How do you view? I just go here. See if that worked. Oh, nice. Okay, so that is working. So now, wonder if I should do this piece. Let's open up Visual Studio Code here. And let's open. that working? Man, these Electron apps take a long time to load up. Now, it's saying I should edit this blade file. Do you think that matters? Should we do it just because? Just because? Wait, how do I just views, welcome. So he just replaced that whole thing. Command T. I always forget that one. Is it Command T or Command P? Command T, Command P. I think it's Command P. All right. So now we need to set up our roots. We're going to use roots API. All right. So let's roots. Is there a roots API already? Oh, just api.php. api.php. There we go. And we will need these roots below. All right, let's basically using HTTP verbs post get put delete. That makes sense. Guessing we're going to keep that. Create a model and controller. Okay. Guessing I'm going to need a new tab. So we go PHP, artisan, make model, quote M. Oh. I've already got a syntax error. What the heck? Oh, this is already here. Oh, maybe he just wants me to remove all this stuff. Yeah, magnets, cool. Definitely got to dig into that later. All right, let's see if this works now. All right. Model created successfully. Now that we have both the model and migration file ready, we won't be adding much content to app.quote, but we will need to edit the contents of the migration file within database migrations to reflect our schema. Okay. So where's that? Database, migrations. Here's our table. Do you folks know where I'm supposed to edit this? Is this in this quote file? that we have both the model and migration file ready, we won't be adding much content to AppCorp, but we will need to add the contents of the migration file. I've got a bunch of files in there. Oh, probably this one. Let's keep this open. Yeah, I was just confused because there were so many files in there, but okay. So what am I editing here? I need to slot my text editor in here somewhere. All right. Okay, so Luminate schema, blueprint, migration. What am I changing here? Create quotes, migration. Class, create quotes table, extends migration. Do I just want to erase all this though? Okay. So I think it's saying to modify the whole thing. It's not really programming, is it? I'm just copying and pasting. Okay. And then I need to open the .env file and add your database details. Where's that? DB connection. So I'm editing this stuff here. Do I need to do this in secret? Just in quotes. Okay. All right, so that's done, and now go ahead and run the migration. All right, let's see if that works. Should be artisan migrate. So how come this didn't work? Was I supposed to only add this stuff? Like character by character? If you hit this error when you run it, nope, that's not why. User am I just in? All right, so how do I figure this out? Yeah, the credentials seem to be wrong. But is that because he wants me to have like these exactly? All right, let's do that. Hold on. But why? There's also an unexpected API. Okay, let's look at this. API.php. You need to remove the space between. There we go. Okay. Wow, that must be frustrating for you folks. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay. Oh, we're still getting that error? Line 20, what is going on here? API PHP. Unexpected at the end of the file. All right, let's try that. There we go. Oh, nope. Still getting that same error. You think there's still like a space in there? Now it says there's no problems here. Okay, so how do I figure out what's going on with MySQL? I've got some, oh, I probably have, okay. What's the password? Oh, it looks like this is the password, right? Is that the problem? There's no password? Oops, I didn't want that. Okay. So let's go. Jackson. still don't really understand how this works. I think I mostly don't understand how this MySQL setup works. Okay, so now I'm here. What am I trying to figure out? Yeah, so how do I figure out which database like what's the database name? Okay. And what do I do for a database name? Okay. Quotes. Okay. All right. Now how do I get out of here? Quit. Okay, now I saved all that. Let's try this now. Whoa, there we go. All right, that helps. I was definitely confused there for a sec. Thank you, Vinvasur. Who is this? Twitch. Yeah, thanks, everybody. Just seeing if I know Vinvasar. Do we know each other? Follow. All right, so let's go back and keep reading. So I did that. So now we need to create the controller. So this is set up and quickly set up the required logic for our application. All right, let's try this out. Controller created successfully. So now we want quote controller PHP. Quote controller PHP. Cool. And then we will need to create a couple functions for all these requests. Here we want to be able to handle requests to post quote, get quotes, put quote, and delete quote. We will need to create a couple of functions for this. And actually for this, I think I'm going to, even though it's boring, I'm going to copy what he's got here. Yeah, I have checked out Laracasts, but today I thought I would dive right in. Okay, so we've got this. Namespace, yes. Use. So we're going to keep that. Use app quote And class, quote controller extends controller, and this is where we're gonna get going here, right? So public function post quote request, and can someone explain to me why do we have these dots here? Why is he asking me to do that? Public function, or maybe that's just where we're going to enter our other logic. Placeholders, yeah, okay. I'll put them in for now, just so I can kind of see what I'm doing. So that was function get quotes, public function put quote request ID, couple brackets there, and public function delete quote, and then we've got an ID there. All right, so now that we've created those, we need to implement some stuff. You're right, yeah, so that was placeholders. All right, so I'm gonna go back here, and we're entering quote equals new quote, and then we've got quote content equals request input content. And then we got quote save, and then return response, whoop, JSON quote quote 201. What is that response 201? Oh, it means created. Yeah, it's a HTTP status code. Okay. All right. First of all, in order to create a new quote and persist it in the database, we instantiate the quote model, use Laravel's input method to retrieve the value passed from the input field content, and then save it. A response was also returned with a newly created quote and status code of 201. Create a new quote, persist it in the database. We then instantiate the quote model, use the input method to retrieve the value passed from the input field content, and then save it. Our response was also returned with the newly created quote status. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here. All right, so let's keep going here. So now we're going quotes equal quote all and then response. Oops, quotes, quotes, return, response, JSON, response, 200. The created quote needs to be fetched and returned for it to be displayed to the users. This method above handles that. It retrieves all the quotes from the database and returns it in JSON format. Can someone explain why, is there something significant about this symbol? Like, is it meant to represent an arrow? Is the thing represent something like an arrow? The arrow in PHP is to call a function or access a property on something. Okay. So it's PHP's version of accessing an object's properties and methods. It's like the dot in all other languages. Okay. All right. I kind of like the arrow. Okay, so we've done that part. Now let's head down here and keep going. This is kind of like pair programming, but multiplied, because there's like 10 or 15 of you. Okay, so this is check if quote is not found. Little comment there. If quote, if quote. So when these suggestions here, is that Visual Studio recognizing stuff I've already substantiated up here? Right, this, right? Is that what that is? Yeah. So it just, Visual Studio Code just knows about that, right? Yeah, this is like group programming. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Will. Where am I? Return response. There's that arrow again. JSON. Message. And then quote not found. 404. Wait. Quote not found. Okay. Hopefully that's correct. And now quote content equals quest input content quote, save, return, response, JSON, quote, quote, 200. All right. The intention in that tutorial likely isn't what you want, by the way. I'd align the main if statement with the rest of the code. Like 20, you have line 20, you have da, you should have da. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Sam. I met Sam at Laracon last year. Sam. Thanks. I don't know what you mean, Dominic. I'm not sure what you're saying, Dominic. Maybe once I'm done this, we can jump on Skype and you can explain it to me. Quote, find ID. Oop. Quote, delete, return, response, JSON, message, quote, deleted, and then 200. So in this section here, we added another function. We added functionality to update any created quote within our application. This method takes an extra argument, which is the ID of the quote we want to update. Find the ID. If the quote is not found, okay, and to finally complete the CRUD operation, the delete quote ID uses the find method to fetch the quote and then delete. Close look at all the functions in this control. You will notice the use of JSON method all through. It's the Laravel helper method that takes in 2 arguments. The first one is an associative array, which will be transferred to JSON format by Laravel. The second is a status code. All right. Now, what's this postman thing? Should I use this? Oh, I see. Looks like quote all works, but quote all is what most people would write. Line 32 to 35. You don't like my tabs here, Dominic? This statement is indented too far. It should be aligned with the comment. Okay, haha, sure. Postman is great. It's a way to interact with APIs without having to code up a whole React or Vue app. Thumbs up. I'll try it. By the way, Dominic, if you are on Skype, I'm here too. So if you want to give me some audio help, feel free to give me a call. I should just make sure that I don't record the video. Okay, good. All right, so let's try Postman. Download. Got it. So this download like stuck. What just happened there? It's like this download won't complete for some reason. Save. You folks see that? It's like stuck right at that last. Oh, finally. All right. So what? Get quote. You should celebrate. Oh, I'm already at the end of this tutorial. I just got to test it, right? Yeah, I got a server running here, right? PHP artisan serve. All right. Artisan serve. I'm getting a phone call here. Just on live. Listening. Address is already in use. I think I already have Valet running. Excuse me. All right, what happened with this? Postman, there we go. So, just want to drop this into applications. Postman. Just gonna wait for this to, I'll probably need to open some security preferences for this. Whoa, need to create an account. All right, welcome. Set up your workspace. Set up later. Skip for now. All right, so now I got this running. What do I do? How do I do this? 8,000 API quote. Quote. So does all this mean it worked? Oh, it's supposed to be a post. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Quote, body. Oh, I want JSON. You're missing in my controller. Oh. Where? Line 15. Oh, you're right. All right. Yeah, there's a Slack extension in there. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, body tab. Yeah, you can click on preview if you see a bunch of HTML like that. So I've got some sort of error.
No.
Sorry, Dominique. I don't know what I did wrong. Top body tab is a tab for your data. You're sending request in the bottom body tab and a response. From the terminal, you got to go to Laravel, type PHP and then serve. Check line 20. This is line 20. How did you know it was line 20? Where did you see that? I think there's some extra spaces around. And I'm not getting any errors here, right? Something's not working. Is there some sort of error message in here or something?
Last weekend at the Sun, it was actually busier than some of the Christmas
Right, you have to use Postman to send a post request. Oh, from Postman, trying to connect as Homestead. Okay, so how do I fix that? Got post. How do I fix this? Proxy, certificates, update. I don't know how this works. Value key authorization. Headers, body. It seems like method not found. Check what you're sending. Get post. Which one is the roots in? All right. I see. Unfortunately, I got to run here. And Sam, I would love to show you the file list in VS Code. Next time, I think what I'll do is I will do a live share so that you guys can see my everything in Visual Studio Code. But I got to run. So I'll just say, thanks, everyone. We'll take this up again in a few days. Cool? Cool. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Talk to you later.